So, good evening. Welcome back to another show tonight. I'm John. I'm going to do the press conference reaction, what Steve Bruce has done on the day. So, I haven't been on for the last couple of days because I didn't really feel what come on the stream yesterday. And also, I had to go for a hospital appointment. So, yeah. If you do like my channels, could you please take a like on it and subscribe if you are new? And yes, just what Steve has to say, really. But I've got other streams to do, and I need to 8:30. I've got a Burnley fan coming on me show, and that'd be fantastic. Can't wait for that. He's a Burnley fan, and he'll talk about Burnley, and he seems a decent lad. So, shan't tell you who it is. You've got to find out later on, and it's 8:30 or after that. So I'll go straight on to it. This is what Steve has come out today, and he's been talking a few things: injuries, is Callum Wilson going to make it, Lascelles, and all the injury news as well. So I'll come on to that in a second. In fact, I can go to it now if I'm honest with you. So I don't want to talk about the Tottenham stuff that has passed. So he was asked about Steve Bruce. Steve was asked about Cowell and Fiesa. He said Andy Cowell's got a chance, but Ryan Fiesa groin injury hasn't improved, which is a bit of a worry. And it's a big training session today, but he's missed the last 2.5 weeks. We see how he's today. Now, we didn't know this, that he had an injury for 2.5 weeks. I had no idea he was injured for that long. This is the thing. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is the thing. The club don't tell us anything. They just don't until press conference day. And it's a bit cheating on the fans for me. If there's an injury sort of thing, you let us know sooner if you can. And just go from there. But Andy Carroll hasn't been starting for a couple of weeks. And yet, Bruce has come out with us and say he's got a chance of playing. So he's just contradicting himself, isn't he? Let's be real about it, do you know what I mean? And that's a Fraser. He played for Scotland twice. Again, why was it not being mentioned last week in the press conference saying he's got a groin injury? This is the flipping thing at this club, you know. The club is an absolute joke and an absolute mess of the club. So call it, make it what you will, but believe you me, the club are just, to me, they just don't like the fans at all whatsoever, don't they? Now, on to the defensive players. He was asked about Federico Fernandes and Clark, and he said, a poor 4K. Fede haven't played for a long time. He's trained our week, which is good news. Hope it is, because we can definitely get him sorted. Like, you know, we can just done well on the pitch. For me, I think he's better than themselves anyway. Let's be real about it. Fede was asked about injuries. He said, the disappointing thing, we lost Jamal Lascelles, so I'll comment to you in a minute, with a foot injury, which happened last week against Spurs. It's not looking so good at the minute. He's going to have more scans over the weekend, but we think it's maybe a stress fracture. For me, I think he's done for the season. He is absolutely done for the season for me. And let's be real, he's had an okay season. Didn't have a spectacular last season, but he had an okay season. And for me, he will not be a big miss, because the play on the Rafa Benitez is very poor under Steve Bruce. And at the end of the season, will it be a miss? For me, probably not. We still got players can take his place. Like I said, Fernandes can take his place. Dominic can play that as well. Maybe a place with Jamal Lewis. Who knows? So please keep smashing the likes up, by the way. And the more likes you smash up first, the more my video will get better. So we'll carry on to the media heat. He talked about Wilson and ASM, and he said they both train our week, and that's good news for us. They're available. Callum's trained well. He looks well. He's confident in himself. Let's hope he stays well. Okay, let's hope he does stay well. And I hope he stays well until now, the end of the season, because, boy, do we need this guy. We need this guy playing. And you know why? Because we badly miss him in front of goal, 100%. And I just hope that we're just going to need his goals and his trickling skill. And let's be real, we've missed them both. If those two players are fit and they deliver, then we have got as good a chance of staying up. Oh, by the way, Fulham's playing and against Wolves, and he better hope that Wolves do Fulham and eat, because Wolves are not having a good time in a minute. So come on, Wolves, how are Wolves? You can do it. So let's go on to other things that's been said in the press conference there. Yes, this one, Kieran Kelly. According to him, yes. Just give us up a second. I'm pumped to this in a minute. Let's get this up. Yes, there you go. Yep, this one, Kieran Kelly from the Chronicle. Boozers asked about 1892 pledge, and he added, I've seen it out there. I haven't really read a lot about it and what it entails and the details of it. Of course, supporters are entitled to spend money which where they see fit and make their own opinions on it. Then he goes and say, I've got to focus solely on Burnley. Wow. So basically, what he's trying to say, he doesn't really care about it. He claims to be a Newcastle fan. And not only that, he's trying to dismiss our fans straight off. Sorry, Steve, you can't be doing that, mate. You know what I mean? Rafa Benitez, Bobby Robson, Kevin Keegan would never dismiss the fans. There's no way. And you know what? They probably think it's a fantastic idea. Now, if Steve has come on and say, great idea for the fans, I think it's the way forward. I think it's the way forward. But for me, if he can give us a bit more details onto it, then maybe it's a bit of success. I hope this 1892 pledge thing is going to be a huge, huge success because I think it's a smart idea. So fans will absolutely have a say on it. So, and this is what Steve was also mentioned about social media. He was asked about that and should it be banned and should it be scrapped altogether. He goes, if you're going to go out there and post something, you should be accountable for what you're writing. And such an abuse I've taken on social media, for me, it's a Scrooge who said, how do you want to call it? He added, for me, we should ban it, but this me thinking I don't see any benefit. Wow. You want to ban social media, Steve? Good luck for that, because, mate, that ain't going to happen. That's never going to happen. But I can understand what you're trying to say. But here's my take on social media affiliate. I mean, listen, our fan base at the moment has been very toxic for the last week or so, and it needs to stop. Because we, as Newcastle fans, we're getting a bad reputation at this moment in time, arguing amongst ourselves, people's being blocked, and Holly, 16-year-old, go and blocking everyone, But I like to say my apologies while posting that tweet, by the way. I do want to make an apology, okay? People agree with us, okay, cool. One or two didn't agree with us. One of them said it was a shite tweet I've posted out, I'll say, okay, cool, you're telling your opinion. Yo, let's go for it. And then someone said that I should take it down. I'm not going to mention that person's name, but I actually took it down. I apologize for it. I didn't think it was an abusive text. It was a disappointing text. And for me, I just put my hand up to say, look, I've listened to people. I hope it doesn't ever happen again. And people think I'm a respectable guy. And yes, I like it to be that way. If people feel I'm respectable, people love us as I am, big up to you. Big up to everyone. Big up to Newcastle fans. I just love you all, baby. So, we move straight on to another comment. I don't know what this got to do with football, but here goes. He's asked about the game against Fulham last week against Villa, and he said, I got home last week and my good lady had cooked me Sunday lunch. By the time we were just sat down, Mitrovic have just scored for Fulham. By the time I had my apple pie and custard, they got beat 3-1. Do you know what, Steve? If we stay up this season, we as fans will be drinking Nuki Brown Ale. But then again, I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I never touch drugs. Okay, let's be real about it. Would I be celebrating finishing 17th and stay up? Definitely not, because we should not be in that position in the first place. Because that squad of players there are good enough to get us top 10. Real talk. And Bobby Robson, again, Keegan, Rafa, would not have got this team 17th. And I'll keep on saying that until I'm blue in their face. Let's go on to the comments. Russ, big up John Ladd. Hope you okay. I've got a Bristol City fan and Aruda. I'm definitely going to come on your show, bud. Talk about Bristol City. Definitely do that. Let us know when. And then what I'll do, I'll come on there over the weekend sometime, mate. Okay. Or even early in the week. That'll be better for me. And hope you can, Aruda. And I got James. Hey, John, hope you well, mate. Thanks so much, mate. I'm going to come on your show soon and I'm going to look at your channel later on. But for what I'm hearing, it's been absolutely amazing. Big up to you, James. Big up to you. So that is what has been said in the press conference. And we've got a huge game on Sunday against Burnley. And we need to win that game big start because Burnley haven't won since January, and that's 3 months ago. But then again, we only won 2 games in 21. What else can I say? I wouldn't be surprised if we nail each. I got Newcastle to draw 1 each, but for me, I think it's going to be nails each. Wouldn't surprise us, but we just see how it goes in that game. So I got Paul again. Even John, how you doing? I hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm a bit better than you because I had a stomach waist pain the other day, and I couldn't do any streams on that. And feeling okay, and yeah, much better. And I got James here. It's Jason, mate. I keep calling you James. Sorry, mate. God, I'm getting worse at people's names, you know. But here you go. I got Jason. I got to like my guy. But I'll let you off. And thanks, mate. It means a lot. Thanks much indeed. And that. And I've got other subs as well. I've got other channels as well. I've got Arsenal channels. I've got Man U. I've got a few others as well. So they all want to come on the show, you know, which I think is great. And I'll be going on Jason's show very, very soon. For sure. So I don't know if I've got any more else of what Steve has come out. I have to say, I covered injury front. He talked about Burnley. He's bigged up Sean Dyche and how wonderful he is and how they play football and stuff. For me, they're just a standard football team, which makes it tough for us. You know what I mean? But going to Burnley ain't going to be easy. Last time we went there, we lost by 1-0. Season before that, we won by 2-1 on the Rafa Benitez. 2 defenders scored a goal. Fede and Kieran. They both scored the goals. 2 centre-halves there in a 2-1 win. Wow. So I got Paul here. What do you think of Shelby being captain tomorrow? He's not captain with Tyrrell, mate. He's not a leader. And for me, he's not a leader. He doesn't shout at people. He doesn't cheer them up. Johnson Shelby, I've said it for months now, even years, he's not a leader. He's not captain material. And we need someone who's going to bark out orders. Matt Ritchie, all day long for me. Captain. Is he the best player? Probably not, but listen, he leads from the front. We lack leaders in this team at this moment in time. Yeah? So, for me, definitely not. What do you make of John Shelby being the captain for Newcastle in absence of Lascelles? He's out for the end of the season with a stress fracture on his foot. And will it be a miss? Probably not. But I've got Jason again. Jason Fernandez, Richie DeBacker, Hayden, Oscar Material. I think they're all very vocal correct. And John Shelby isn't vocal at all whatsoever. You've got to lead from the back. And if you don't lead from the back, and Shelby clearly hasn't, then we are going to be in big trouble. Players got to listen to him. He's got to tell people what to do. He's got to tell people where to be, how to get there, how to defend. John Shelby ain't that guy. Definitely not. Please keep smashing the likes up, by the way, and subscribe if you already haven't so. And I've got some content to do. I need 8:30. I've got to speak to my guy, Burnley fan. I'll be back at 8:30. And we're talking all things Burnley and a bit of match preview as well. So any questions you want to ask about him, I'm sure Dwight McNeil's name is going to be mentioned because that guy should be playing for England, man. This guy is absolutely top draw player for me. And I've got Paul again. I'd have to back as captain. Yeah, he's a leader. He tells people how to go. I think he'd be a great captain. Him, Martin. I'd take him all day long, maybe Shelby. But it seems to me that Bruce has got to pitch Shelby because he don't want to upset him. You know what I mean? Rafa sees something. What Shelby clearly isn't yet. Bruce gives him the captaincy armband. Wow. Never captain material for me. So, is Joe Linton going to start on Sunday, I wonder? He had a good game on Sunday, you know. I'm not going to lie. I thought he played well on Sunday, but I want to see this guy step it up each and every week. I want him to bully Tavosky and Me tomorrow on Sunday. So on Sunday, pull him out of submission. Can he do that? It'd be very tough because those 2 lads at the back are really good, but they're struggling to score goals on, and also they're not winning enough games. Then I go, oh God, Joe Linton. Listen, he ain't that great, ain't he? But when he's on it, when he decides to play, then yeah, he's okay. But for me, Joe Linton decides he's going to play for Newcastle United after And Jason, I had a heart attack on my video. It's my first time I've ever played dueling. Wow. Listen, Jason, I was nervous as well. It started back in January of last year for a couple of months. And believe you me, I was nervous as hell. Go back to my first video I've done. The first video I did was the 5 players I get rid of. Do you know what I mean? I was nervous as anything. And I had 400 views on that very day. That for me, it's absolutely, nerve-wracking for me. A couple of times, I wanted to do my first live stream. I was nerve-wracking. When I done my first live watch-along against Liverpool at home, it was nerve-wracking as well. I mean, listen, people call us a legend. People call us anything they want to call us, you know what I mean? But listen, there's 2 people who got us to do this. It's Paul, the Tomb Review, right? And Lee Gunner from Arsenal supporter. And he's got his mate called Guna Eagle Eye, Jiggy Chig. Check him out on match days for Arsenal. If Newcastle play, I'll tell you, those 2 are absolutely amazing. If they don't play well, they say how I like it is. I love Lee and I love Jiggy Chig. So that's me boy, John. Well, I did say if he ever scores a hat-trick, I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. You heard that first on my video. If he scores a hat-trick, how poorly plays, I'm going to give him a 10. That's never going to happen anytime soon, my guy. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, we just see what happens after that. And I've got a tweet here from Spenny Mag. Steve, my guy. And, yeah, some different John there. So, and will Newcastle United stay up, I wonder? It depends how Fulham do underneath against Wolves. If they get beat off Wolves and we beat Burnley on Sunday, we'll be, 6 points ahead? And I'll tell you something, like, that gives a bit of breathing space. Then we got to get something against West Ham at home. That's not going to be easy because the way they're playing at the minute, they're playing really well under David Moyes. So Antonio's going to be out, Declan Rice is going to be out, but they still got Jesse Lingard. And this guy is absolutely on fire. 6 goals since he's joined them on loan. And I think he's got 4 assists in that time. He is hitting the ground running. And yes, I was so close to naming him in my starting line 11, but I had to go for a strong team. But definitely used him as an impact sub in 70 minutes or something in case Wilson is 100% fit. Well, I'll give, if Callum Wilson plays and he doesn't look up for it or he doesn't look well, get him off after 60 minutes and get on Joe Linton. That's what I do. But I don't agree with making the subs later on after 70 minutes, 75th minute. I can remember against Villa, he made his first change after 77 minutes where he clearly needed to make a change early in the night. This is what I don't like with Steve Bruce. He doesn't make tactical changes until very, very late. He just doesn't got a thinking tactical nous up there. That's why he ain't good enough. That's why he should have got sacked. So, yeah. What else can I say, man? So, please slash the likes up if you are new. Or subscribe if you're new, rather. And I'm going to try and get a Burnley overseas fan as well tomorrow if I can get them on, sort of thing, you know. I've already done an overseas stream with Crystal Palace fan. Big up to him. He's from, I think he's from San Diego or Michigan somewhere. He's a great guy. Chatted to him 45 minutes. Check him out. Great guy. If Wilson starts, he's not good. He's not good. Change him at half time. Cool, fair enough. Andy Carroll's impact sub in all of 30 seconds. Yeah, man. What was that all about? I just do not know. Get him on for, 30 seconds? Is this guy taking a mickey or something? Christ almighty. 30 minutes ago? Yeah, not 30 flipping seconds. Oh, if we're winning, then okay, cool. Do that to kill the time, but don't do that. Just taking a mickey there, do you know what I mean? But with Steve Bruce, he's just so stubborn, and I hope he gets the sack because as things stands at the minute, Fulham can win the next 2 games, we lose the next 2 games, and then we will be in huge trouble because look, we've got after that, we've got Liverpool away, Arsenal home, Leicester away, and Man City. Those 4 games, I can't see us getting a single point out of those games. Real talk. And 2-1, I'm quite confident about that. Jason, I'll take a draw, mate. I'll take a draw. But both teams are clearly struggling. But then again, if we beat Burnley on Sunday, we're going to be 1 point behind Sean Dyche's men. And they could be in big trouble as well because they're not safe here now. They're not safe yet. Now it's Brighton, and if Wolves gets beat, they're not going to be safe neither. They could be dragged right in it. But I think they'll be safe, Wolves, anyway. They'll find a way. But they're badly missing Jimenez, by the way, up the top. They badly missed him for a couple of months, and I hope he gets well soon, man. And talking of that, I just got a bit of bad news as well from Prince Philip. Sadly passed away, age 99, and my condolences goes out to the royal family, and it's been a sad, sad day. So my condolences goes out to the family. Sad news, man. Sad news. So, yeah, let's hope we get enough wins to stay up. And if we can do that, that'd be amazing. So, I said it's going to be a quick press conference reaction, and I'm going to wrap it up there very quickly. And I'll be back at 8:30 for another stream. And please join us for that with a Burnley fan. And if you join us for that, you can ask him some questions. Or with Dean Derbyshire, and he is a Burnley fan, and he sounds a decent lad, and he lives in Newcastle, but Burnley fan. But listen, tell your mates to subscribe to my channel. If you can do that, that'd be amazing. And just look out for us 8:30, 25 to 9. Until then, guys, have a great evening, and I'll see you at 8:30.